Today we're checking out another Australian city. This one is Darwin.
Darwin.
The one way up there in the north.
This one's gotta be like, all the other your little buddies are in their like little slightly Mediterranean habitat zones, but Darwin is all the way up pretty close to Indonesia.
I feel like out of all of the cities we've done too, this is the one I know the least about.
Yeah, I would say so.
So let's learn a little bit today.
Darwin is the capital of the Northern Territory, in a place Australians like to call the top end. Situated at the edge of the Timor Sea, the city is closer to Bali than Australia's other major capitals.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Traditionally the home of the Larrakia people, Darwin was settled by Europeans in 1869. The city's isolation has meant that its population
1869, not that long ago.
No, that's actually like just 150 years for like a city settlement. That's not that crazy.
And he said Europeans.
Yeah.
Not the British?
Yeah, true. I wonder who.
Always been low, and that's just the way the locals like it. Darwin is very much a gateway city. It's the gateway to wild outback adventures. It's the gateway to the Aboriginal Dreamtime. And it's the gateway to a relaxed state of mind that you can only appreciate once you're here.
It's very tropical.
On Thursdays and Sundays, half the city gathers at the Mindle Beach markets. Here, the aromas of cuisines from all over the world mix together under the tropical sky, creating the perfect essence of today's multicultural Darwin. At sunset, head down to the beach for the best show in town as the sun dips into the Arafura Sea. Then catch a double feature under the stars at another local institution, the Deck Chair Cinema.
The Deck Chair Cinema.
But life here hasn't always been this easygoing. During the Second World War, Japanese warplanes dropped more bombs on Darwin than on Pearl Harbor. You can learn more about those dark days and about the city's ongoing military significance at the Defence of Darwin Experience and the Australian Aviation Heritage Centre.
Makes sense. Seems like a good port area.
I don't know too much about the Pacific history there, but I would assume the area where most of Australia's cities are now, kind of New South Wales, then that coast wasn't ever like fully taken over at any point, and then maybe Darwin would be their first point that they attacked.
Yeah, I don't think they never got to Australia.
They got to Caledonia or whatever, which is like pretty close, but yeah.
They probably just bombed them because they were sending troops up.
At the Darwin Museum and Art Gallery, learn how Darwin was tragically flattened again in 1974, this time by Mother Nature. The museum and art gallery is also the perfect introduction into local cultures and the territory's unique natural environment. While you're here, say hello to Sweetheart, a rogue croc that developed a taste for small aluminium boats before he was finally caught.
What?
Sweetheart's much quieter these days, but you can still experience the awesome power of Australia's salt and freshwater crocs at Crocodiles Park. Just a 15-minute drive from Darwin, the park is home to over 1,000 crocs, from hatchlings to adults weighing over half a ton. But to get close, real close, make tracks to Crocosaurus Cove, right in the heart of the city.
You could fish a croc.
Feeding the crocs, or better still, climb into the cage of death and be lowered into a tank with some of the largest captive salties on the planet.
That's pretty cool.
Man. Can't help but notice that dude. Wait, is that what their front feet are like, or did his get chopped off by another croc at some point? His front right foot there is like a nub.
There's no way. How are they able to swim with that nub?
Yeah, is that like that video where the one croc's walking and just goes into the other croc's mouth and he just death rolls his leg off?
Probably. I don't think there's much of a brain inside of there. Something goes in the mouth and they're like, eat, death roll. Let's see these other crocs. Nope. Yeah, he had some
Of course,
fingers.
seeing crocs in captivity is just a little top-end taster. For the best holiday snaps of all, hit the road to adventure. There's over
a lot
60
more dry
national
out there.
parks in the Northern Territory, 20 in the Darwin region alone. If you ask a local for their favourite, chances are they'll quietly point you in the direction of Litchfield National Park. Just an hour and a half from Darwin, Litchfield is set around a sandstone plateau, crisscrossed by deep, narrow gorges filled with
That's an interesting landscape. It's almost like southwestern US, but more Australian, I guess, more
Yeah.
outback.
Yeah, because it really has the similarities, and then that's not that far from the sort of jungly areas of the country too.
Very interesting
monsoon
area.
forests and
I assume once you drive out of Darwin, there's like not much out there.
Yeah, it's probably you get like the buffer zone of like 2 hours within the coast of things, and then further out might not be anything.
croc-free swimming holes. On your way into the park, stop to check out the magnetic and cathedral termite mounds. And when it's
Oh.
time to cool off, immerse yourself in the pure, refreshing waters of Bewley Rockhole, a series
After
of
showing crocodiles, go swim in the water.
Yeah, the salties are in there.
pools which cascade down the hillside to spectacular Florence Falls.
That's nice.
A little further into the park are Tolma
Oh,
and
dang.
Wangi Falls. Step into the primordial waters and let your worries float away.
How could you swim in there?
It's so sauce after all that.
I mean, maybe it's far enough like into the outback or whatever this area is called where the crocs wouldn't swim out there, but what if there's a chance?
Yeah, do they like only have access to like certain waterways that don't have like waterfalls on it or something?
Yeah, maybe is this one going inland and then the waterfalls would prevent them from continuing? Because it's got to be safe if everyone's swimming in there, right? Right?
Then climb into the stone country above and let your spirit drift off into a land that time forgot. But if you want to step further back in time into a place Australia's Aboriginal people know as the Dreamtime, head to Kakadu. Half the size of Switzerland and home to 1/3 of Australia's bird species and some of the world's
Really?
oldest art galleries, Kakadu is more than a national park. It's a national treasure. Whether you've explored
Hey.
the outback for a few days or a few
Oh.
months, there comes a time when
That's
everyone
deep.
begins to long for the creature comforts of the city. And this
Shenanigans.
is where Darwin comes into its own. It's the perfect gateway back into the world. And not just any world, but the way the world should be.
Heck
Big
yeah.
hearted, relaxed, and forever connected to the rhythms of nature and the human spirit.
When
Heck yeah. Looks like a cool area.
yeah, definitely like completely different than anything we've seen in Australia.
It was, I mean, it's kind of like the way they did cans. Still always have to.
Cans,
The guy in the last
cans,
one said
Cans.
cans.
Yeah, it's literally just how we would say
Cans.
normally. Cans.
So it was kind of, this video was kind of like the way they did cans, and that was showing more of what's around Darwin than what's actually in the city, because we didn't actually see much of the city at all.
Yeah, I don't know like what it looks like, but seems like the nature around is pretty dang cool.
Heck yeah, you can go find some crocodilians,
Mm.
or you can go straight into the very interesting landscape around there.
We will be posting some Australia vlogs soon, or they might be out there already, depending on when this actual video is exactly posted. So if you want to check that out, you can go to TriFate Lifestyle, our vlog channel. Link in the description for that.
See you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.